is the voice of Union Christian Public School.
The radio of UCPS. Your voice, your station, your pride.
Hello everyone, I'm Ratanshi,
And I'm Amit, and we are your RJs for the day.
and you have tuned into Vox Populi. Your voice, your station, your pride.
Today's episode is extra special because it's brought to you by the Commerce Department, where calculators work harder than our alarm clocks.
And where balance doesn't mean yoga, it means balance sheet. Today, we are celebrating the heroes who don't have capes and who are in need of one.
Commerce is more than just numbers and accounts. It's about dreams, careers, and the people who inspire us to aim higher.
And what better way to begin than by celebrating a profession that shapes businesses and financial success across the country?
As we celebrate July 1st as CA Day, Bertina from 12B had the opportunity to speak with a chartered accountant and learn more about the journey, challenges, and rewards of this remarkable profession.
Now we have with us Mr. Rowan Fenn, a young chartered accountant based in Chennai. He currently leads the finance function at Popolio and Waresoft Corporation Inc., a Canadian investment group that acquires, develops, and scales software businesses with a strong focus on AI driven companies worldwide. Sir, first of all, we would like to know in the school level itself, what preparations can students do to crack CA? And which are the subjects they should focus on more?
Honestly, nothing crazy. Just get comfortable with maths and accounts. That's the real foundation. The commerce with maths after 10th definitely helps, but it's not a strict rule. Plenty of CAs come from science or even arts backgrounds. What actually matters more is the habit you build. CA is a long journey and it takes years of consistent studying and not just last minute cramming. So, if you can train yourself in school to study a little every day, stay organized, and not panic under pressure, you're already ahead. Also, don't ignore English in communication. People assume CA is all numbers, but you will be writing a lot of reports, explaining figures to non finance people, and presenting to clients. So, reading habits and clear writing help just as much as being good at math.
So, having a good grasp of math, accounts, and better communication skills is certainly an added advantage, right, sir? Also, what does a chartered accountant do on a typical working day?
There's no such thing as a typical day. That's what keeps it interesting. Some days I'm closing out the month's books, making sure every single number ties out perfectly. Other days I'm reconciling accounts across different offices of the same company spread across the globe, or responding to auditors who are going through our work line by line. A major part of my time also goes into MIS. It's called Management Information Systems. This is where your raw numbers get converted into clear reports and dashboards, which leadership can actually act on. So it's not just about getting the numbers right, it's about telling a story with them, like why costs jumped this month or which region is performing better. And then some days are less about numbers and more about people, chasing pending payments or walking a client through a report, team meetings. So overall, it's a blend of number crunching, reporting, and conversations. It's genuinely never dull.
Interesting. Sir, what are the most important skills and qualities required to succeed as a chartered accountant? And what career options do they have here and in abroad, sir?
Being a CA has nothing to do with being a math genius. You could be a topper or a backbencher. What really matters is three things: discipline, curiosity, and honesty. Discipline because both the exams and the profession demands years of steady effort, not short bursts of hard work. Curiosity because accounting standards and laws are constantly evolving, so you need to be updated every single time. And honesty because ultimately people are handing you the company's money and its most sensitive financial details. That trust is really the foundation of this entire profession. And when it comes to career options, they are far broader than most people realize. See, you could land a job at a big four audit firm. You can start your own practice. You can join the finance team of any company, move into taxation, or work your way up to a CFO or even a CEO. Now, outside India, Indian CEOs really carry weight with an additional certifications like CPA US or ACCA. Breaking into markets like the US, UK, Middle East, or even Singapore becomes fairly straightforward.
So, friends, from what Sir said, where you are today doesn't define your future. With discipline, curiosity, and honesty, you can grow, achieve your goals, and turn your dream of becoming a chartered accountant into reality.
What an inspiring conversation. A huge thank you for taking the time to share your experience and guidance with us.
And I'm impressed by the dedication it takes to become a CA. Hats off to every successful CA out there.
Alright, enough of balance sheets. Let's balance our minds instead.
It's time for our psychology segment.
Get ready for some mind blowing facts, myths, and a fun challenge by Angel, Lekha, Lakshana, and Nathan.
Let's start with a simple observation challenge.
Observation challenge. Without looking around now, can you remember how many ceiling fans are there in your class? Observation is an important psychological skill.
Today, we'll test your brain with some fun challenges. Don't worry, there are no marks, only smiles. So, wherever you are, get ready to think, remember, imagine, and discover how incredible your mind really is. Challenge. Memory test. Listen carefully. I'm going to read 5 words only once: apple, river, tiger, school, moon. Don't write them down, just remember them. We'll ask you again in a bit.
We'll give it over to Lakshana and Nathan.
Now let's play a quick game called Myth or Fact. We'll give you a statement and you decide whether it's true or false.
Statement number 1. We use only 10% of our brain.
That's a myth. We actually use virtually every part of our brain.
Here's another one. Your brain produces electricity.
It's a fact. Our brain generates 12 to 15 watts of electricity.
Did you know that yawning is contagious? If you yawn after hearing this, congratulations, your brain is showing empathy.
Time to rewind back to the memory challenge. The words were apple, river, tiger, school, and moon. If you remembered most of them, well done. If not, don't worry. Memory becomes stronger with practice.
Let's proceed forward with a mood meter.
Mood meter. Rate your mood from 1 to 5. 1. Need more sleep. 2. A little tired. 3. Feeling okay. 4. Happy. 5. Super energetic. There are no right or wrong answers. Psychology teaches us that every emotion is valid.
Next, we'll have another fun challenge by Angel.
Rapid fire. First word that comes to mind. I'll say a word and you think of the first word that comes to your mind. School, friendship, success, rain, and happiness. Our associations are shaped by our experiences.
Alright, now it's time for a small test. Would you rather fly or be invisible? Take a moment, think about it.
Now, if you chose flight, you're more extroverted. You prefer freedom and value individuality. However, if you chose invisibility, you're more introverted. You are an observer who likes analyzing and deeply understanding people.
Or you're just a little sneaky. It's all just for fun anyways. Whatever it may be, psychology is a way to peer into the minds of others and see the beautiful worlds they have created inside of it, each being unique in their own right. So,
Keep learning, stay curious, be kind to yourself and others, and never stop exploring the amazing world of psychology. Thank you all for joining us today and exploring a small part of the world of psychology. Now, let's hand it over to the RJs. Have an insightful day ahead.
I honestly thought we used only 10% of our brains.
Apparently, we use much more.
Explains why mine gets tired before every exam.
Mine gets tired from when someone says surprise test.
Behind every great score is a great story.
And today, we have not one but 2 inspiring stories.
Ritu Varna caught up with last year's commerce topper, AV Steve Harvey.
Along with our former school pupil leader, Mohammad Ishaq Ibrahim.
Let's hear from them.
Hi Steve, congratulations on becoming the school topper in the commerce stream. We want to know what were some of the biggest challenges you faced during your 12th journey? How did you overcome them?
But yeah, studying all the subjects was a bit tough. Accounts, you have to work out a lot of problems, and business studies, economics, those would involve memorizing a lot of concepts. Yeah, I had to study a lot. But overall, my 12th life was very fun. We were involved in a lot of events. The problem was studying when we had to study, and I have to thank Sridevi ma'am, Adra ma'am, and all the other teachers involved during that time, who helped us focus on our studies also. The main problem is, before the boards, you'll study a lot, so that you'll really get overworked. You'll overexert yourself if you don't give breaks. So that was also an issue. I had to make sure that I didn't really push myself that hard. Um, I was able to manage somehow, and also not losing focus with phones. That was also an issue. But at the end of the day, I was able to somehow manage and study well. That's what I would say. If you're all able to keep your focus in studies, not too much, but just the right amount, then you all can certainly pass and get good marks.
Thank you, Steve, for your valuable insights. Hello, Ishak. Your centum in business studies is truly inspiring. How did you achieve it? And what career options would you suggest for commerce students based on our school's elective combinations?
Hi, thank you for having me at Vox Populi. It's truly an honor to be back here. Getting a centum in any subject requires consistent practice throughout the academic year, especially for a theoretical subject like business studies. Some of the tips which help me to score a centum are: firstly, division of the subject into most important topics, moderately important topics, and not so frequently asked topics. This will help you to identify the high scoring topics which you must study and go for the examination. Especially in theoretical subjects like BSc, it's very tough to mark the entire book and go. So it's important that you go through the important topics first. Secondly, and the most important one, which helped me to score the sentence, is writing practice. So you may ask me now, what do I mean by writing practice? So when you have finished studying a chapter with full concentration, memorization of all the subheadings, then you must conduct a self-test by writing the entire chapter summary in 2 or 3 pages with all the subheadings covered in it. And making such notes for each chapter will help you in last minute revisions. Moving on for the next question. What are the various career options in the commerce department? So the commerce department presents a huge amount of professional courses such as CA, CMA, CS, ACCA, CPA, etc. No matter where you go in the world and no matter where you live, it is mandatory to file taxes and present financial statements. So having a professional finance degree is one of the most valuable degrees you can have in the near future. You can also pursue and become a lawyer. It's also a profession which can never be replaced by AI. Other job opportunities include data analyst, financial analyst, HR management, etc. These are some of the job opportunities which are also currently trending and have scope in the future. And I really hope this answers all your questions and queries. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishak, for those wonderful tips. We truly appreciate you for sharing your experience with us.
Moral of the story:
Success doesn't happen overnight.
it happens after many nights without sleep and plenty of consistency too.
Thank you both for spending your time with us and for sharing your experiences and motivation.
And speaking of excellence, it's time to celebrate some remarkable academic achievements.
Congratulations to Mohammad Fatin, Dashima Shaini, and Rahil Miriam for securing centum in web application and psychology.
Also, 3 students scored about 90%, reflecting the dedication and hard work of our department.
That's wonderful. Wait, Ditanshi, which means next year, It's your responsibility to score a centum.
My responsibility? No way, Amit. You should score the centum and bring our department an overall 90%.
Hold on, I thought that was your job.
Haha, nice try. You bring the centum and I'll bring the overall 90%.
I have a feeling our teachers are listening very carefully. Let's stop making promises before they start reminding us every single day.
Fair enough. Let's just make one promise that we both will give our best and make our school proud next year.
Bet. And with that, let's move on to our next segment.
Some songs don't just entertain us, they touch the soul and remind us of the sacrifices made for the country. Up next is the song Teri Mitti, a heartfelt tribute to the brave soldiers who dedicate their lives to protecting our nation.
कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत पे मैं कितना नसीबों वाला था तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू केसरी ओ हीर मेरी तू हंसती रहे तेरी आंख घड़ी भर नम ना हो मैं मरता था जिस मुखड़े पे कभी उसका उजाला कम ना हो ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे क्यों आंख से दरिया बहता है तू कहती थी तेरा चांद हूँ मैं और चांद हमेशा रहता है
Now, Mika Manoj of 11B will give a special message on Kargil Vijay Divas, nature conservation, and International Tiger Day, the special events observed during this month.
As we commemorate Kargil Vijay Divas, we bow our heads in gratitude to the brave soldiers who displayed unmatched courage and made the supreme sacrifice to protect our country's honor. Their valor reminds us that true patriotism is reflected not only in words but also in our actions. As our soldiers protect our nation, it is our duty to protect another priceless treasure, our environment. Nature conservation begins with simple choices: planting trees, reducing waste, and preserving our natural resources for future generations. And as we observe International Tiger Day, let us remember that saving the tiger means saving our forests and maintaining the delicate balance of nature. Every effort to protect wildlife is an investment in a healthier planet. Let us honor our heroes, care for our environment, and work together to build a stronger, greener India.
A big thank you, Mika.
Let's honor our heroes, protect our forest, and remember that small action counts. Those are truly meaningful thoughts.
Before we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment to relive the excitement of Finanza 26, the fourth edition of our Commerce Fest held last Friday. It was a spectacular celebration of entrepreneurship, teamwork, and creativity. From planning and cooking to marketing and selling delicious food, our campus was buzzing with excitement and enthusiasm. Every stall reflected the hard work, dedication, and business spirit of our students, making the event an unforgettable experience. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our school management, our respected principal ma'am and our vice principal ma'am for giving their constant encouragement and for giving us this wonderful opportunity. A sincere thank you also goes to every student, teacher, parent, and well-wisher who supported our stalls and made Finanza 26 a grand success. As with every edition of Finanza, this celebration goes beyond business. Staying true to our tradition, a portion of the proceeds from this year's fest will be contributed towards supporting the needy in our society. Because the greatest success is not just what we earn, but in what we share. Here's to spreading kindness, nurturing humanity, and making a meaningful difference. Thank you for making Finanza 26 truly unforgettable. And with that, we've reached the end of today's Commerce Department special.
We hope you enjoyed every conversation, every achievement, and every story we shared today.
Congratulations once again to all our achievers, and a big thank you to everyone who contributed to making this episode so special.
Until next time, keep learning, keep dreaming. This is Amit
And Ritanshi
signing off.
Is the voice of Union Christian Public School.
The radio of UCPS. Your voice, your station, your pride.